October 27th, the America First Event Center was filled with cheering fans and great music.
All of us at SUTV 9 wanted to thank the 450 veterans we have on campus and remind everyone that today is United States Marine Corps 246th birthday, and tomorrow is Veterans Day. Thank you for your service, and please visit our field of flags next to the library.
SUU students and local residents of Cedar City competed in the State Bank of Southern Utah Business Challenge on October 10th.
Payments, which completely eliminates the back and forth phone calls, 30 to 60 days to pay, endless onboarding, and the need for factoring.
The challenge started off with over 40 contestants and 8 finalists.
Many of you in this room have contacts in your cell phone right now of people who have passed away, and you will not delete them from your cell phone.
Founder of Family Office and principal of
On October 10th, the Communication Department held a screening for the much-anticipated SUU TikTok challenge that went out earlier in the semester. Both students and faculty showed up to the upper quad where they were treated to popcorn, cookies, and beverages as they got to watch and vote on the many submissions for the challenge. The top 3 winners of the challenge were awarded with prizes totaling $1,000.
It was really cool to be able to create a video that adhered to a theme and really showed SU pride. It was a lot of fun to see what I could find and come up with.
SUU's ORPT program held the first ever zombie dash this Halloween.
Where all those cookies are.
So we got flags.
For Halloween this year, the different departments at SUU came together for a trick-or-treat event for SUU's faculty and their children.
A local band prepared for the SUU Battle of the Bands Thunderground. Here's Jace Thomas with more.
Local band Harding Avenue is hard at work getting ready for the upcoming SUU Battle of the Bands. After being one of the few to make the cut out of 20 other bands, Harding Avenue knows that they have to put on a good show. And so, they practice multiple times a week. That would be enough to make any normal person nervous. However, after being together for over 2 years, this band really doesn't seem all that worried about their upcoming performance. Here's what their drummer Reggie had to say when I went to go talk to them.
Well, in terms of preparedness, I'd say I'm pretty much the most prepared person to ever do prepared things, because honestly, I came up ready to play this show. I mean, I had a mohawk, I had leather armbands, I had drumsticks and words. I had a certain actually, but I could easily just prepare right here. Yeah, so I'd say as far as ready to go goes, I'm quite possibly.
Classic Reggie. The band is also halfway through the production of their first album, which is yet to be titled. Be sure to check out the YouTube video for their song Frisbee. From SUTV News, I'm Jace Thomas.
Thunder 91.1 is SUU's radio station here on campus. Here's Dylan Dalton with more.
Southern Utah University is the only school in Cedar City with their own radio station. Thunder 91.1 is a radio station where students can work part-time jobs, help with local radio events, and manage music and sound bites that go on the air.
You're listening to Thunder 91.1, the funkiest radio station in Cedar City. So Thunder 91 is a student-run radio station. We do a lot of production here in the production room. My position is the music director and the program director. So I pretty much say what goes on air in terms of like what shows and all that stuff. And also I pick out the music that goes on air. So hopefully you're all liking it.
Communication students also have a chance to shine on the air. Once a week, audio production students have a 1-hour-long radio show to experience what it is like to be a radio DJ. They get to create their own radio persona and handle. Students practice voice breaks, queuing up the music, and taking calls from listeners.
Alright, that last one was Life is a Highway by Rascal Flatts. Have you guys seen the snow outside today? Last I checked, I'm pretty sure it was October, and it's like December now. I don't know. I don't get it. Next up, we got 24 Frames by Jason Isbell. Thunder 91.
Thunder 91 is a non-commercial educational radio station licensed to Southern Utah University. And so the purpose of the radio station is to give students of Southern Utah University an opportunity to do radio. And we give them opportunities to be on the air and like be DJs, and then as they go further in the radio program, they can be music directors, program directors, production directors, and kind of get all aspects of a radio station and how a radio station is run, from the business side to the programming side and on-air side. So I hope it's a lot of fun. It's certainly, you know, if you enjoy radio, it's a good time.
Despite a radio show counting towards their grade, the chance to be able to practice a radio show while going to school is more beneficial than classroom learning. From SUTV News, I'm Dylan Dalton.
Well, it looks like the State Bank Business Challenge had a really good turnout. They had a lot of cool contestants that signed up and tried to compete. I'm really glad that they did that. It's a really cool thing to, you know, help businesses in their starting stages get off on their feet.
Yeah, it's really cool that they did that. I also am very proud of our veterans and our Marines that are out there, like, helping and protecting our country. I'm very proud of them.
I'm always glad to see that field of flags. You know, it's always good to remember the people who, you know, sacrificed so much for this country. I'm glad and happy to be able to celebrate Veterans Day tomorrow. It's going to be a good time. Yeah.
Absolutely. There's something going on at 11, and I really wish I could go, but I can't.
Oh man. Well, I know they did a good job on the Zombie Dash as well. They, you know, I hope it becomes an annual event as well, because that looked like it was a lot of real fun.
Absolutely. Coming up, SUU Outdoors, some exciting campus events and information about international affairs.
Stay tuned for more here on SUTV News.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
The annual Cedar City Sheep Parade was a big hit this year as spectators lined up along Main Street to watch the event on October 29th. The Sheep Parade is the highlight event of the Cedar City Livestock and Heritage Festival and probably one of the most unique parades in the country. Approximately 1,000 head of sheep are herded from pastures up Cedar Mountain down Cedar City's Main Street. The parade provides an exciting glimpse of the Old West and its livestock heritage to spectators along the route. Horses, wagons, antique tractors, and historic and modern sheep camps also take part in the procession.
Students seeking adventure did not have to go any further than the SUU living room. The SUU living room was transformed into a world stage by the International Student Ambassadors for the World Expo Showcase. The showcase included free food and drinks for students. Adventure and free food never disappoints and makes for good crowds with a desire to learn and dance. Many countries were represented by the students' body of SUU. International students also shared many different attributes of their countries, such as origami and Arabic writing. Study Abroad also had a table set up if any students were interested in learning about the many opportunities available to them to study outside the States.
SUU's Native American Student Association held an Indigenous Peoples Day celebration on October 10th in the Student Center. The event featured a variety of Indigenous performances and showcased work from different Indigenous artists. Attendees of all ethnicities were able to attend to learn more about the culture and join in some of the dancing.
International Affairs is a place that international students can get some help. The International Affairs is a support office that helps international students prepare to study at SUU, such as transitioning and making visas. They host events such as the Day of the Dead event, and they have information about study abroad that students can get. Also, they have international student advisors, so students don't need to have problems with language barriers. About more information, Alex Curtis has more.
So here at SUU, we have about 750 international students on campus or enrolled in classes at SUU. So our job here in International Affairs is to help support international students with that transition into a new culture here in the United States. We help them maintain their student visas, so helping them with immigration questions they might have, advise them on immigration problems that they may be experiencing, things like that.
The Scream was 2 weeks ago. Here's Lee J. Lee with more on the story.
The Scream Night is a traditional celebration for Halloween. SUU students can get the ticket for free by checking their student ID. Other people who want to join this fantastic event just need to pay $20 to get a ticket. People who join this event can dress strange customize they like. The lights and decorations in here are very amazing.
Yeah, so the big meaning of the Scream is to give...
SUU's International Office celebrated the Day of the Dead on November 4th in the SUU's living room. The Day of the Dead, also called Dia de los Muertos, is a Mexican tradition of honoring loved people who have passed away. In this event, people can experience the event having free food, drinks, and doing fun activities, such as making papel picado, which means sliced paper, watching altar, which is an ancestral rites table covered by papel picado and marigold flowers.
The new bike lanes are here in Cedar City. Here's more with Barry Ives.
SUU students returning fall 2022 noticed a new bike lanes on the streets around campus.
I'm so excited about getting the bike lanes for SUU. Right, it's really unusual for a university campus not to have bike lanes, and it's been decades that we did not have a consistent bike path around all of campus. So for me, as a bike commuter, I ride my bike to work every day. I go home for lunch every day and make sure to get out and get into the sun. It's been fabulous. I just love it. And the other thing I love about it is the number of people, faculty, and students on campus who are now riding their bikes and who didn't used to ride their bikes. So that's fabulous. It makes me feel great about the project and really good about how this is working for the community.
The project is a collaboration between UDOT, Utah Department of Transportation, Cedar City, and SUU, with the goal of increasing biking and walking safety for SUU and the surrounding community in what is called active transportation.
And of course, dollars always rule. We didn't get everything we wanted because we didn't have enough money, but I think it's a vast improvement over what we've had before.
The bike lanes cost $700,000 and was funded by the Utah Department of Transportation. The project was not able to secure financing for the green paint that is normally associated with bike lanes due to a $90,000 price tag for paint.
I like the bike lanes. I think there's a lot of good with them.
The new bike lanes have caused some confusion on 300 West where vehicles parked diagonally. They have been impeding both traffic and bike lanes, causing citations to be issued.
They're a great resource for the community and for our campus community as well. But the important part now is educating everybody so they can keep them safe, because just because you have a designated line doesn't mean you're going to be safe traveling. You still have to be aware of your surroundings and the drivers. And so until everyone really understands that and slows down, then you got to be careful.
With the increase in the student population at SUU and parking becoming more difficult to find, the university hopes more students will take advantage of the new bike lanes and engage in more active transportation. It may take a while for students to use the bike lanes, but city planners are hoping that this will encourage people to get outside and be more active in a safe way. For SUTV News, I'm Barry Ives.
The SUU bookstore sold sword and knife replicas during the Shakespeare competition. The swords and knives were extremely popular, not only with the visitors, but also with the students on campus. The replicas were sold at good prices, and the bookstore sold out almost all their replicas before the competition was even over. The bookstore started selling these after they became too popular to be in the little booth set up near the Adams Theater.
Coming of the Utah Shakespeare competition brought plenty of theater students to the SUU campus. They were on campus for 3 days and had no shortage of things to do. Among those things to do was to shop at the campus bookstore. The bookstore was selling knife and sword replicas especially for this occasion.
It's just a very popular item with the Shakespearean Festival crowd.
The swords and knives were extremely popular with the visiting students, and some left with more than one replica. The replicas were very impressive, and students walking past the bookstore would stop and go in just to see what was going on.
These are actually items that started out originally up in the Shakespeare gift shops, and when the high school Shakespeare competition would come, they would buy so many of them for the schools and also some of them personally that we had to move it out of the stores because they were small and into the bookstore, and so where there was more room.
Okay, we hope that the bookstore brings new and exciting things to sell, and that the Shakespeare competition will bring new and awesome people to campus.
So that international affairs, that seems like a really nice thing for them to do.
It does. It seems like they did a lot of cool events. They did the Indigenous Peoples Night with the Native American Student Association, as well as the World Expo Showcase. It seems like they had a lot of cool cultures coming in, as well as the Dia de los Muertos. I don't really speak Spanish all that much, but the Day of the Dead celebration looks like it was a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, it definitely did look like it was really a good thing for people to go in there. It's not always nice to experience different cultures, and I think the school does a very good job in helping us experience different cultures, like with the Indigenous peoples and with the Day of the Dead celebration, and then just with the international affairs. They're very good at helping us integrate into good school.
Yeah, they put a lot of effort into their international affairs office, and we're glad that we can include a lot of different people and a lot of different cultures here at SUU. So
yes, we are.
It's really good to have that here.
I agree. Today's weather.
And don't change the channel because we'll be right back here on SUTV News.
Your password isn't secure. There's nothing that a hacker loves more. But there's an easy thing you can do to prove the logger in is you. Authenticate, strong authenticate. Make your logins extra safe. Protect your identity from tragic fate. Authenticate, strong authenticate. Use your fingerprint, your face, or a code. At home or work or on the road. 2 steps are safer than 1 or 3 or 4. And keeping data safe is so much fun. Authenticate, strong authenticate. Make your logins extra safe. Protect your identity from tragic fate. Authenticate, strong authenticate.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on, man, let's split a ride home.
Today it is sunny with a high of 37 and a low of 21. Tomorrow it will be sunny with a high of 38 and a low of 16. Saturday it will be sunny with a high of 46 and a low of 24. Sunday it will be partly cloudy with a high of 38 and a low of 25. Monday it will be partly cloudy with a high of 40 and a low of 21. Tuesday it will be cloudy with a high of 37 and a low of 23.
Coming up, an update on SUTV sports.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Your password isn't secure. There's nothing that a hacker loves more. But there's an easy thing you can do to prove the logger in is you. Authenticate, strong authenticate. Make your logins extra safe. Protect your identity from tragic fate. Authenticate, strong authenticate. Use your fingerprint, your face, or a code. At home or work or on the road. 2 steps are safer than 1 or 3 or 4. And keeping data safe is so much fun. Authenticate, strong authenticate. Make your logins extra safe. Protect your identity from tragic fate. Authenticate, strong authenticate.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Now to talk about SUU sports. Starting out with our women's basketball team, on Monday night, a pair of double-doubles from Tamika Whitman and Lizzie Williamson helped the Southern Utah University's women's basketball team over the New Mexico Lobos in a huge victory, 76-68, in their season opener. And then another dominant performance Wednesday night as they defeated the Mesa Redhawks with a score of 102-60. Congrats to our Lady T-Birds. Southern Utah will travel to Spokane, Washington on Saturday for a matchup against the Gonzaga Bulldogs. The game is scheduled to tip off at 5 p.m. Then, on to our men's basketball team. They opened the 2022-23 season falling just short of victory, 81-89 against New Mexico in Albuquerque on Monday. The Thunderbirds have their home opener tonight at 7 p.m. against Laverne. Last but not least, our football team has their last home game of the season this Saturday, which will be Senior Day, as the Thunderbirds will host Lincoln University out of California. The Thunderbirds are 2-2 in games at home this season, while the Oaklanders have a 2-7 record and have played all of their games on the road. We have a lot of things happening in our Thunderbird sports world, and we wish each of our teams the best of luck. For SUTV Sports, I'm Tanner Savage. Don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back.
Thanks for the sports update, Tanner. Don't leave.
Don't leave just yet. We'll be right back.
Observe a domesticated human family in their natural habitat, known to their species as the backyard.
Hey, you think I should light it now?
I think it's good.
Yeah?
Oh dear, someone is about to burn a pile of debris that's too tall, which can start a wildfire. Wait, could it be? Blimey, it is.
It's Smokey.
It's Smokey Bear. What a legend.
Hey, it's Smokey. Sorry, it was too high. Right.
Watch as he astutely ensures that there's no wind and how he removes some of the debris to create a smaller, safer burning pile.
No, you said make it bigger, baby. The bigger, the better.
Take note of our fearless furry friend here, humans.
I appreciate it. Fist bump.
Watching you.
Smokey's done it again.
Bye, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Awkward. Do I look familiar? I should. You might remember me from here. Here. Or maybe even here. But an awkward silence can be a great thing. It can actually be a perfect moment to reach out to a friend and ask if they're okay if they seem down. It doesn't matter how you say it.
You all right?
Everything's okay?
All G?
You all right, girl? You cool?
You bugging dog.
Just show you're there for them. Go on, Kelly. Seize the awkward.
Hey, you haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Well, I'm definitely excited to see that the women's basketball team is doing an amazing job. You know, they had their game against the New Mexico Lobos with the 76-68. They did a wonderful job there.
They did. It was an impressive win. I saw it. I watched that one. And the one that they had yesterday as well was really good. I was really impressed with our team. They crushed them 102-60.
Yeah,
I was very proud of them.
That's a very impressive score. Having, a lead of 42 points. That's a lot.
42 points, yeah.
Getting into triple digits there, that's pretty impressive. I'm really glad that we have such a wonderful team here at SUU, and I definitely hope they keep up the good work.
Yep. Thanks for tuning in. That's all we have for you. Make sure to tune in next time. From SUTV News, I'm Adrienne Jensen.
And I'm Tanner Savage.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner!
Go. Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family.
Yeah!
Oh, I thought you were on my team. Wait.